Hello, everybody. Welcome to this evening's very important Glenbard Parent Series program. We are so excited that you are here. We're excited to have our experts here tonight for Suicide Awareness and Prevention Month, the month of September. We have had 4 programs dealing with this topic, and just because it's this topic will be covered several times throughout the year. As you know, everyone is always welcome to the programming for the Glenbard Parent Series. Our homework for all of you is to please look, see what's ahead, find the programs that are of interest to you, and then tweet, retweet, and share the resource so that we can bring even more people to these important conversations. Tonight, you will hear from Ross Szabo. He is the Wellness Director for the Geffen Institute and Academy at UCLA and CEO of the Human Power Project, a company that creates cutting-edge mental health curriculum. He's an award-winning speaker, author, and teacher. He was the director of the National Mental Health Awareness Campaign for 8 years. In that time, he spoke to over 1 million people and wrote a book titled Behind Happy Faces. After 8 years on the road, he burned out and so did what anyone would do when they're exhausted. He joined the Peace Corps. He served in Botswana for 2 years, and when he came home, he decided to start his own company to create mental health curriculum for people of all ages. His first curriculum, also titled Behind Happy Faces, is being used by over 200,000 students across the world. He's the author of a kid's book about anxiety and the host of a kid's class about mental health, a kid's book about anxiety. Which was named one of Oprah's favorite things in 2020. And now, Ross, please take it away.
Thank you so much. It's so good to be here, everybody. So one of the biggest challenges I have, and one of the biggest challenges that all mental health advocates have, is as soon as we say the words mental health, a lot of people have different ideas of what that means. When you Google image mental health, these are the images that tend to come up. The actual definition of mental health is not having a problem. The actual definition of mental health is how you address challenges in your life. Mental health is as important as physical health. Take care of yourself, take care of your mental health, do what you can to balance your own life, because the most devastating thing is watching your kids go through pain. But these disorders don't always work the way we want them to. And much like the oxygen mask on a plane, it's good for you to take care of yourself. I gave my parents a lot of reasons to not think that I would live to be 21, but I did. I can't tell you how many hands I've held, how many people I've hugged, how many tears I've seen from friends and family members who had a young person who didn't live to be 21. I lost my own cousin a couple years ago to an opiate overdose. You only have one chance, and this is it. And most of us spend our days going through a checklist of things we have to do. And at the end of that checklist, we all go to our own place of comfort, our own place of peace. For some of you, that place of comfort is a room. For some of you, that place of comfort is a person. For some of you, it's a song or a phone. The next time you're in your place of comfort, I really want you to think about what you can do to express your internal life more. What you model as a parent makes a big difference. Even when your kids aren't following you, what you model, what you share, how you talk about mental health, how you show that you are taking care of your mental health, how you show love and care for your family, it makes a huge difference. It takes more strength to talk about these issues than it does to hide them. It takes more strength to uncover these issues than it does to bury them. All of you watching this tonight have the strength to change your mental health. I shared with you my personal story, but what I really hope happens after this is at some point in your life, when it really matters the most, you find the strength to share your story, because you have no idea where your story will take you until you tell it. Thank you very much. I know that there is a question.
Question from McKenna. McKenna?
Hello, my name is McKenna and I'm a senior at Glenbard North High School. How would friends of teenagers help their depression? Just help a friend who's suffering.
Yeah, thanks so much for that question, McKenna. It's really important. And there are a couple things to keep in mind. The first thing to keep in mind is, like, a lot of times when you approach a person about their mental health, they do get defensive. So anything you can do to help them feel more comfortable. So whatever you can do to help them be less defensive, letting them know you care about them, comparing mental health to physical health, reminding them that they would check in on you, things like that help them feel comfortable. The next step in that is then asking open-ended questions to try and find out really what is going on. So, how are you? Tell me about what's going on. You used to act this way, now you're acting this way. What's happening in your life? And as you ask those open-ended questions, you can learn more about what that person might need. Some people might say like, hey, I just need to vent. Some people might say like, hey, I need your help with this thing. Some people might say, I need boundaries around this. In the scenario where someone is talking about what's going on, you see their situation getting worse and they're not seeking help, then you do have to engage someone else. Talk to a parent, talk to an adult, talk to a counselor, call 1-800-273-TALK, the suicide prevention lifeline. The most important thing you can remember is that you're not a psychologist or a therapist. If you were walking with your friend and they fell and broke their leg, you wouldn't be like, stay here and then go to like a pharmacy and get cast things and come back and put a cast on their leg. You know that if someone fell and broke their leg, you'd call 911. One of the most dangerous situations that teens get into is they become their friend's therapist and they enter into a place where they're trying to provide help or treatment that they can't provide. Sometimes your friend's leg is broken. Sometimes it needs help. Sometimes their mental health is broken and they need help. And the last thing is, if someone's depression turns into suicidal ideation or suicide thoughts, like you need to ask someone if they have a plan. And if they have a plan, you can take all the steps I just mentioned and throw them out the window, because once someone has a plan, the next step is to carry it out. That's when you need to tell an adult, call the suicide prevention lifeline, or do something direct to really intervene and help them out.
Thank you so much, Ross. Really appreciate your time. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dr.